There you
Yeah.
go. All right,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Nice. So how you been?
Shit, just dad mode, man. There, you know how it is, dad mode.
Right.
Working a lot. I really have time for anything, man. So it's good to actually get this shit done.
Right. Jeez. Just like with Clay, I've been trying to get this with done with you for quite a while now. Finally able to work things out and get it pinned in and finally finally done.
All right, shit. So
So let's start off with because I do got a few questions. One carries over from the concrete interview I did. So that's going to be interesting. It's probably going to take you for a blind side. Uh but you're from Washington, right?
yeah,
So what was it like growing up in Washington?
rainy as fuck, but it was nice.
Obviously.
Nice. I mean, it's a beautiful place. I mean, it's a lot more violent than people think. I mean, there's a lot of drugs and a lot of shit going on, but that's everywhere though. But it's beautiful. Have you ever been there?
Never.
Oh man, you might never come back. Especially that's why I like the desert so much now, is because I already had all that. But you know, ugh.
I lived up in Maryland for about 4 years, so I've had the quite opposite of this, but I didn't have no rain, that much rain though.
Oh, it rains a lot.
You
Yeah,
hear that?
that.
People shooting out fireworks already.
Oh yeah, shit. It is Fourth of July weekend. Fuck.
Yep. It's probably my dog's probably in there with my wife, probably freaking out. She hates fireworks.
Oh yeah, our dogs too, man. Fuck. Well, they have no idea what the fuck's going on. Just all of a sudden, boom.
Right? Especially them big loud ones that the cities and all that do. Them big
Yeah,
mortars.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
man.
those get loud.
They think it's like the end of the world. They're ready.
Uh-huh.
So,
But
uh,
yeah, with Seattle, like what area did you, it wasn't actually Seattle, but what town was it that you grew up in?
well, I lived till I was 16 in Kent,
Kent.
Washington, which is like maybe a half an hour from Seattle. You don't got to take a ferry. But then I moved to Bremerton, and that's where Concrete lives and all that. And you got to take a ferry to get all the way to Seattle. So
So how'd you get into music, period?
yeah, that was like the rolling on the river shit, the sound of music, shit that my mom would always play, just music. I never even had a preference like Whitney Houston, that Michael Jackson shit, whatever was on MTV. That was what I knew until I got a little older and was able to, start expanding. And I got into like Faith No More, started listening to like Cypress Hill, shit like that, real underground 3 6 Mafia type stuff, anything that you could find in the CD stores. But I'd have to say, like, I was listening to other shit like Marilyn Manson and Rob Zombie, White Zombie, Offspring, all that before I even got like really into rap. So I was really into like that grunge kind of metal type fucking bullshit. Black Hole Sun. Man, that should bring back memories. But I think I
And
finally,
then,
what?
oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
No, I think I finally started getting like serious into rap when labels started putting out like CDs back to back to back. Like you had that No Limit, Cash Money, shit like that. 3 6 Mafia started doing it with Hypnotized Minds. Wu Tang
Right.
Clan, that was huge because they had so many members, and I'm a collector. So it's like, if you have a lot of music to collect, I'm going to collect it. And that's what I liked about all that.
One of the things I was going to say, the thing that carries over from Concrete's uh, podcast is that uh, he talked about your collection of No Limit CD cases.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was into anything. Anything pen and pixel really at that time I was into. Even if the CD sucked, bro, I was buying it anyways because I really like how those covers were coming out. They really felt like collectibles to me and shit like that. And fucking, that's when I first started hearing like signature sounds from rappers like Master P going, and all those ad libs and shit that they put in the background of their music really got me like into crunk shit, you know. Like to me, that's
Right.
crunk screaming in the background, you know.
So Master P was your like forte into crunk, not like what most people would think would be Little John.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of people are like my grungy voice. It's influenced a lot by Mr. P, you know, like Master P. And a lot of people don't think that because we're in a horrorcore genre, where like you think I would get it from like, you know, the other people that influence people. And that's not where I got my voice at all. It was mostly from Master P, and then just started listening to other shit, and that's kind of how I started portraying different types of voices. But if you listen to a lot of my shit, and after I said the Master P thing, if you go back, you'll hear it in there every now and then, you know. So that's how I get a lot of my ad libs from, is like all that no limit shit, and shit like that. That's why when 3 6 Mafia came out, that shit was dope. But that led me to Pastor Troy, who is like an ad lib king. If you listen to his shit, you can barely hear his verses just because it's all ad libs. And I really like that crunk shit. I heard about him, and then I heard about Lil Jon. And I mean, I got into Lil Jon, man. It was fucking dope. You know, anything is crunk as fuck, screaming the whole time. But yeah, but that's what made me just mix it with a little bit of horror movies, you know, that I've watched throughout my life. And it's pretty much how you get horror crunk right there.
Speaking of Little John, you back in the day you talked about doing getting like you had a chance to do some work with him.
Yeah.
What's the deal with that? How'd that work?
Well, it's just being an artist that kind of is unknown. And, you know, when they hear your, you know, when I hit up the manager and they hear your shit, they're kind of just like, whoa, what the fuck kind of route. So they kind of wanted a little bit of proof that I had a following. So they were like, get 300 people to fucking back you up on this shit, and we'll do it. Of course, I was going to have to pay for it, but to get him to even say he wanted to do it at that time, if I was able to get a certain, you know, amount of people to follow through and say what's up, then it was going to happen. But unfortunately, we fell just a little short. It just wasn't quite. So, and I understand that he was high at the moment, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, it would even if you did get that, it would probably have been a pretty penny.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, around that time, we were fucking with George, which was our manager that ran that club up in Bremerton. You know, I had the
Mhm.
studio up there, and he was investing a lot of money into, you know, what I was doing. So we were going to make it happen. Whatever the price was, that wasn't the thing. It was more of a, you know, getting them to let them know, like, it ain't going to be an embarrassment kind of type thing to them, you know. So, because you don't just hear it on anybody's shit. So to hear him on a horrorcore track, I really had to, you know, get that shit structured. Uh,
Right. So when you first started rapping, what was it when you first started the very first rhyme you wrote, like what was it that made you go the horrorcore route? Or was your
oh,
first route even that
oh,
way?
no, I started out actually doing hip hop. You know, I started getting into like, got in this weird stage. I got into like all that East Coast shit again, like Wu Tang, uh, even like Jim Crow and shit like that, Pete Rock and all that stuff. So when I actually first started actually writing and recording, it was under a hip hop name called Reasons, you know, which was kind of like getting high type shit, you know, because that's what I like to write about, was getting high. And I thought it would have this huge movement because Loonies did it. And, you know, people are making all these smoke weed tracks. So that was like my first goal, but it didn't do too good. No, not at all. No, so actually how I got into horrorcore rap was that site, mp3.com, that I was using for my hip hop name Reasons. You know, I had a genre list, and I never even knew like there was a genre called horrorcore until I clicked on that horrorcore button right there. And I seen this whole world open up, like a whole bunch of underground cats that are spitting horrorcore shit. Like my main influences, like 3 6 Mafia and Brother Lynch. And they're all underground, and you know, like it's not the greatest heavy studio pro sounding shit. So I'm like, fuck, I could fit into this, you know, if I just start rapping about the horror movies. I love fucking horror movies. Everybody knows that. So that's when I started fucking with like Doja Demon, K Lord, Shy One, because I really wanted to get with those people that had that kind of 3 6 Mafia type sound to me, like that mystic sound. So once I hooked up with all them type people, that's when I created the first album, Welcome to Bloodshot, Red Eyes and shit. So it was crazy how that happened, but yeah.
What was the first horror movie you ever saw?
My first horror movie, it was the Jason shit, Nightmare on Elm Street, Motel Hell. I don't know exactly which was the first one, but it was definitely one of those three. You know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre came. I didn't even watch the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre first. It was number 3 that I watched that my brother rented from the movie store, and I fucking kind of caught a glimpse of it. My mom let me watch like the other shit that they had in like Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers, but when it came to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, for some reason my mom was like, no. But I watched it with my brother, and it changed my fucking life. You know, like fucking, it scared me half to death. For
Dude, I'll
real.
never forget the first horror movie I saw. It was actually in theaters, and I'm about to date myself. I saw
Oh,
Cujo in the theaters.
oh damn, bro. That's ages. Whoa.
Mom,
Yeah.
we got, I think, halfway through it, and then my mom pulled me out of it. She was
Shit.
like, nope, we're not watching this.
Fuck. Nah. See, I never watched a horror movie in the theater ever when I was growing up. Not as a kid, at least. All those classics, it was all on VHS once it hit the, video store. But
And
shit.
then the next horror movie I saw in theaters was Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Yeah, 5.
Nice. Fuck, that's
So,
creepy. I couldn't imagine hearing those sounds and the Freddy claws and shit. Oh, all that
dude,
surround.
it was nice seeing a Nightmare on Elm Street in the big screen, because funny enough, the very first time I ever saw Nightmare on Elm Street was part 2, and that was when it was on TV, and it scared the living shit out of me. Like the part where the bus just teeter totters, dude.
Oh yeah,
I lost my shit.
I hate that shit. That fucking and that's crazy that back then they were able to create that kind of illusion. That's what I loved about all that shit.
I
I
still
mean,
get me wanting to be a director now. I still get dumbfounded because I'm like, dude, back then they were real artists figuring
yeah,
all that stuff out, because now digitally stuff, it's
yeah,
so easy to do.
yeah, exactly. That's why when I go back and watch those movies, I'm like, how the fuck did they do that shit? Fuck.
Right. I mean,
All,
most of it's models, yes, but the way they put the detail into the models, they
yeah,
don't do that big of detail today because they're like, oh, we'll just put CGI on it.
yeah, filters and shit like that, and whatever the fuck else they need to do. Yeah, bro, that's dope. That's fucking sick. Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of what other horror movies were out around there that had the same type, the machines and puppets and shit like that. I can't
Right.
think right.
Funny thing is I didn't see Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 either. My first one was part 2.
Ah, I love that one. That is my favorite one. I don't
That was
know.
actually filmed not too far from out here.
No shit.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can see a sign that says so many miles to Mesquite.
goddamn. That's dope. Sick, bro. That movie creeps
So
me. Man. I like the psychedelic feel to it. I love what they did with that shit. Oh, it's fucking lovely.
ever since I saw that, I was a Bill Moseley fan before I even knew who he was.
Yeah, fucking scratching his head and eating that shit. Fuck, god damn, motherfucker. Yeah.
Is you a DJ? Can you play my song?
Oh fuck, bro. Yeah, that was dope. But yeah, they're all dope though. I mean, I didn't like a lot of the newer ones that came out, but I did. That's me with a lot of movies.
I liked the last one I saw, and I can't even remember which one that was. I think that was the very last one that came out with what's his name from Supernatural.
Is it the one where he's like it shows him kind of growing up, like what made Leatherface?
I think so. I mean, it was an
Yeah,
okay one. I mean, I wasn't that impressed. That's why I don't remember it that well.
vice versa, bro. But I remember the old ones, bro. I remember up to the generation one. where he actually puts on the drag and shit. That one was fucking number five. Boom. Done.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
No,
No.
oh, that's out of this world, bro. That one's crazy with Matthew. What's his name? Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
part three, I didn't see that one.
Oh shit.
I
Yeah.
saw one, or I saw two, then I saw one. I'm like, that's cool. I don't want to see three.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy, bro. But fuck.
Your music, like what made you decide to actually start getting into it to where you can be like, okay, yeah, this is doing some kind of traction?
It was the second album, The Black Rose. It took a lot of shit. I had to send out like I think it was like over 300 free CDs, free like burnt CDs and signatured and people to join a mailing list. I told them I would send them out this free Black Rose sampler CD. And fucking yeah, I got about 300 people to fucking have me mail that CD. So when I actually came out with the album, The Black Rose, it just like flew like hotcakes. Like fuck, it was like whoa, it just happened out of fucking nowhere. I wasn't expecting it to hit that hard. And those 300 CDs, they were gone. And I told them once those were gone, they're gone. So the Black Rose, the original, only sold 300, and well, not didn't sell 300, but I got rid of 300. But I gave them to a lot of distributors and shit, and you can't even find it now. I mean, that's really what made me want to start investing and start like looking in a shy one to do the beats and start putting some serious money into it. Black Rose was recorded in the studio, like a professional studio. So I cut that out, decided to just buy my own equipment to record Camp Horror. That way I could invest more money in like the cover and printing up and, making a lot of replicated CDs rather than just 300. So I cut off shit here and there to make that one happen. And when Camp Horror dropped, it was just boom, just as quick as those 300 Black Rose were gone, these 1,100 copies of Camp Horror were just, they're vanished. So boom, that's what motivated me to just keep on fucking going with it, man. It was those two albums right there.
And how did you meet up with the Riff Raff crew? How did that start?
Oh shit. Huh. I think Scott reached out to me. I think it was Scott that reached out to me and just said he wanted to fly me out to a show. And I didn't really know who was going to be on the bill, but once I started seeing all the names like a Nasty Class, Shy, fucking Big Slack, I got really excited about the show. I didn't know what I was getting into, but Scott just flagged me out there to go do the show, and I pull up and it's in a basement and it's fucking sick as fuck, bro. Like I can't even explain it. It was home. It was like the minute I got there, the way that Scott, took care of me from the airport to do whatever the fuck we needed to do before the show. I mean, they just took care of their people. So when I found out that there was like this group forming, Riff Raff, like it was an actual thing with all these artists that were doing the same thing kind of in horrorcore.com and shit like that. When I was doing it, I was all aboard it. I mean, Eddie and all them, Psycho Scott, the whole crew. That shit was dope.
I remember the first time I saw you out there, it was at the Foundation show, and it was the next day. I remember we were leaving town, and I saw you and Concrete walking down the street. Think y'all
Oh,
had left Scott's to go get something to eat.
oh bro. What did the concrete eat that fucking day? I remember. Yeah, we went to the buffet up the road, and I don't think shit. I fill up like 3 plates and eat it. I don't think Concrete knew that you could like eat one plate and then go get another plate. I thought he like thought it was all you can eat on one plate because the shit when he was done was like this high, bro. Like, it had me wondering like, has he ever eaten at a fucking buffet before? Because back in Bremerton we don't really have many. And he might fucking eating at a buffet, but he might not know the structure. So it was funny. But I remember we barely could walk back home because we ate so much fucking food. Jesus Christ. Yeah, fuck. That's a great moment right there. That's a concrete moment for sure. I mean, fucking great.
like out of all the places you've went and toured, because you've done some shows more than just around, you've done a lot of shows. Where was
Yeah,
the one that sticks out the most to you?
the first Foundation show. Yeah, as far as like comfortable, like no worry in the world. I mean, you're in somebody's basement kicking it with a bunch of people, so I felt comfortable, you know. So that show is always my number one. If I could go and just do nothing but those shows over and over and over again, that would be my choice. Because we have done big shows like the Devin the Dude show up in Bellingham, Washington, with like 1,400 people. And when you're looking out at that many college kids and they've never heard horrorcore before, I mean, fuck, that wasn't very comfortable at all. You know, like a different world. So, you know, some people are like the bigger shows, the better. Not necessarily. I mean, I've performed in front of large crowds, and it's all about really like, I think you find more loyal fans that are going to remember you for the long run in these shows like the Foundation and underground shows like that.
I mean, that's kind of a proven fact, right? I mean, as of right now, you can tell.
Well, it's just funny because you see some trolls, some rapper trolls or shit on the internet like, oh, you only perform in front of this many people. We go to shows that are sold out. Well, you know, how many of those people are actually even remembering your fucking name by the time you're done doing your shit? Even if you're selling merch, I mean, at these big shows, it's good, it's dope to do that big shit, but the type of shit that I spit, it ain't for that many people, you know. So they can go do that because I still do horror. I still do horrorcore, and I won't change. And there's a lot of people that are kind of in this genre that don't really sound like they're in this genre, so they can go to those shows with those 1,400 people and probably get them all to move. Yeah, but my shit, I'll get them to move, but probably out the door. You know, they'll probably want to leave type shit.
Going from not switching your shit to switching your shit, everybody knows you from mask, and you used to have one mask, but now you got like, how many masks do you have now?
I don't even know, bro. It's like having a cat that had a baby and then they had kittens and then you lose track. You're like, fuck, something like that. I know it's like close to 30. I got the whole shelf behind me. So, like, I mean, we got a lot of masks. They're just all hidden all over the place and shit like that. I mean, they hang around. Some are in like the trunk, some are in the Jeep. They're like alive sometimes, I think, bro. It's creepy. I can't find Mickey. Because Mickey's like popular right now because the shirt and shit. I can't
Right.
find him. He's like having the time of his life.
So, what is actually the inspiration? Why the mask?
Just fucking old school horror, you know. You know how all that shit. Everybody had an influence, like Michael Myers. You know, Michael Myers, Freddy had the burnt face. Leatherface had the leather face. So when I first started rapping, I had just one specific mask that I would use. And then every few years I would get another one. But these were like cheap ass, like Kmart Fred Meyer type masks that I would use. So fucking, but it was working. So I was like, fuck, bro, it's working. But I decided it was time to step up the game and like, not even in most of my videos will I probably wear a mask other than it's Mickey. These masks are for like people that are gonna be on set for like videos and shit like that. So I have most of these masks are just for, you know, I think I'll probably wear two as Bloodshot masks, which people have seen, and that's the Mickey and then the one with all the teeth shining. But all these are for like fucking when I do music video eventually someday. So that's my goal.
I'm sure you'll get to it one day.
Oh yeah, that was my goal. I started. I'm a collector, like I said. So I found this guy that from Idaho that actually makes them out of like real fucking hide and finds real bones and like goes to the dentist and shit like that where people get their teeth knocked out and he like actually gets real fucking human teeth for the shit, which is weird and creepy. But
But
so
gives it
every
that extra feel.
yeah, every single mask that he would put out, I'd snag it up. And we're not talking cheap masks, bro. I've I know he did some masks for can't remember the fucking name of it. There's a show that came out. It was on like Netflix or Hulu. but he did some masks for that shit. They kind of have like the Wendigo feel, you know, like the one
Okay.
that I got. Fuck, I can't think of the name. Those who know will know what I'm talking about, but I did make a mimic shot of the cover, and that just sucks that I don't remember the fucking name now. I will once we stop this interview, or towards the end, I'll just blurt it out. But
It's usually how it works.
well, he's a flawless mask maker, bro, and I just started snatching them all up just in case, you know. So
So there was a big break in your music career. What was up with the big break?
it's too much, man. It was like too much. Starting to, grow up. You start having a kid, and your time is swamped with your child. That's what happened. I mean, I started becoming a dad. And it was like I didn't want to miss out on a bunch of shit. They're only that age once. You know, that's when they learn the most. So that's when I felt like I kind of had to. I still was doing it, having fun here and there. Like shit was vaulted. I'd record, but it would be kind of kept behind. But I wasn't doing nothing as far as like stating I was a musician or anything. I think I even stayed off Facebook for over a year. Like no one even heard from me for like a year. And she's grown up now, so I'm fucking. It's now or never with this shit. I mean, I'm here to have fun. I'm not here to become like a millionaire off the shit or nothing. I just enjoy making people happy that are listening to my shit. I never have been the one to try to go out of my way to bring listeners in. I like my circle. Those that'll find me, they'll find the shit. I mean, it don't matter if I got 1 fan, 2 fans, 3 fans, 100 fans, 200 fans, more fans. I like my circle the way it is, and I don't want that to like really change. I mean, really, shit. I'm very like social, whatever the fuck you call it. Those that know me when I'm at shows, like now I'm a little more quieter than I was before. I used to have to get really fucked up, like really, really fucked up before I started talking and mingling with people. And everybody that knows me from shows knows like right when I get to them, I gotta start fucking getting faded, like right away, drinking, smoking, doing whatever I gotta do so I can open up a little bit. Except
Right.
in Dallas, I was still recluse, even no matter how fucked up I got. I was still kind of recluse because it'd been so long since I seen all these people. So I'm kind of just like struck and in the moment. So I think if we start doing that show like annually, or more frequently, then fuck yeah, it's gonna be great.
Right. I know exactly how you feel. I'm the exact same way. I'm pretty
Right?
much I kind of once I got my kid, once he moved in with me, I kind of
Yeah.
pretty much just put everything on hold and shut everybody off
Yep.
and
Yep.
just worried about him. And then once he became of age, it's like, okay, now I can focus kind of on what I want to do.
Yep. 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 Once they're around there, once they got their feet in place, then it's time to fuck. Now I really have to do something because I need to make a living, and this kid's got to eat, and I got to raise him right and show him that I'm not giving up on my dreams, just in case she has some dreams, so she don't end up giving up on them. So that's a big reason why I keep pushing. And me and Smalls just went through this recently about why, like, we think about it all the time, man. We need to just give it up, but then it's like, nah, because this is our dream, and we need to show an example for our daughter that you just keep doing it, no matter if something happens or not, man. It's what we like to do. We like to hear our tracks. We like to record and make music. So as far as like, I'll probably be 90 years old still making some kind of shit. I don't give a fuck. But it's fun, and it's fun, man. It's a great feeling.
So you said dream. It's your dream. Like, what is your dream of it?
Just to influence people. I mean, I wasn't very popular growing up and shit like that. Didn't even start having hella friends until I got into this music shit. So it's like a building of like shit I never had. I mean, my dream is to not as so much as have them, cool. If you want to be my friend, or do you just want to listen to my shit? My dream is to at least have them listen to my shit. You know, Nothing hurts worse than to make something and then nobody even listens to it or feels it or gives you feedback. Or I
Right.
mean, because back in the day when I first started, you could give somebody something in the public, like a CD or sell them, but you never knew their feedback. What was the chances of running into them again? Unless you did a local show and they ended up coming and attending your show.
Right.
So, my dream is just to have that following, that circle of loyal people, and to keep fucking spitting horror shit, man.
Keep them entertained, keep them with their own collectibles.
Yeah, exactly. These people have been following me for years. To just shut the door on them and like, I'm done. I understand some people do it, but if they're still listening, then I'm gonna keep coming with it. So it's I'm not too focused on getting these new age people to listen to my stuff. A lot of my base is the older people that remember how it was, or the people that were maybe 15, 14, 16, growing up when I was in my prime, and now they're in their like 20s, late 20s. That's like more of my fan base. I don't even think I have anybody like under the age of 18 as a fan or a homie these days. So
I mean, like had a brain fart for a second. Actually, pothole.
I got you.
No, like it was what I was gonna say was damn it. I'm glad I can edit this. This is why I don't do it live.
Nice.
No,
You will.
like when you decided to come back, what was it like to find out that all them people were wanting you to come back?
Oh, great. Great. Like nothing even fucking changed. That's what I'm talking about. Keeping your circle small, and kind of you have those loyals where I could came back 7, 8, 10 years later and they're still gonna be like, welcome back, buddy. Like no one really disappeared at all the same people. And it's crazy because you can see who's buying all your stuff, and they're like, see these people that used to buy it back in 2001 still buying it, but you don't see them post on like Facebook. You don't even see them on like Instagram. It's just these people that have been like secretly following you like your whole career, and it's crazy. Like, look, because like some people will buy my shit and I check the name and then I'll stalk them out on Facebook to try to find out who they are. I can't even find a trace of them. So it's crazy to know that like I have to give a lot of that to KGP and Kill Music, because there was like an underground, following on that site. And I think they stuck with everything I've been doing since then, which is cool. So,
I mean, like, how surprising was it to be like, okay, I'm gonna put this back out just to see if there's any traction still in the
yeah.
mud, or if the mud's already dried out. I mean, how surprised were you to find out that mud was still getting traction?
Oh, hella surprised. Fuck, I wasn't expecting it like that. Like, boom. And that's why I've been just dropping shit nonstop. I'm like, fuck, dude, these people are probably starving. It's like when you have an animal out there in the wild and ain't eaten in a while, so you feed it. And then you feel bad because you can't feed it right away again. So you got to fucking make something else and keep feeding. People are like, you're dropping a lot of shit, way too much shit. No, I'm feeding. And making up for all the time lost. Need to get a
Right.
catalog. Definitely got to get a catalog going, because before I left, I was always on labels that had that catalog for me. So now that I'm more like with LeVay and bringing up Planet Nothing and shit like that, I got to build this catalog of shit. So when people go to buy something, it's not just like one CD and maybe one shirt design. Like I got to make everything. So it's like I said, like a lot of people in this genre are collectors. Like when they see one CD, and if you have 6 other ones, most likely they're going to buy all of them. So make that catalog and keep feeding them. That's what's up. I was surprised. Very, very fucking surprised.
Are you having trouble getting your back catalog from your other people?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about putting that shit out again, just because I don't want to deal with any complications. But like Saw's family, definitely Like my first one, Welcome to the Bloodshot Red Eyes, I probably won't ever do with anything because I think that album's trash. The Black Rose, just because the 300 copy thing, I think it's unfair if I was to repress that, the original, just because those 300 pieces that are out there are so valuable to people that actually have them. To just repress them and print more up would just fucking be like giving them a $10 CD that once was like $300, $400, you know? So it's
Right.
like devalue anything that was like classic, like Camp Horror. No, I will never repress that one just because of the same thing. I want to keep its value for the collectors that are out there that still have it. But
Well, see, the thing is, if you do the funny thing is, like, if people do re repress stuff like that, they change it up. That way they know it's not the original.
yeah, like they add on a couple tracks or something like that, or remixes,
Right.
shit.
Or take
Yeah,
some off,
yeah,
change the cover of it and stuff like that.
yeah.
The whole look.
Yeah, exactly. Once it starts building some more momentum, definitely shit like that. But I'm telling you right now, like CDs, they don't sell like they used to. So it's like I could put Camp Horror up digitally and like that again, but you can already find it everywhere. So I don't know how I would go about repressing that. I thought maybe when Return to Camp Horror comes around, maybe do something like an exclusive Camp Horror, blah 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 type shit, just to throw it in as a bonus item with that one. That'd be
Kind
a
of
good
like
idea.
a kind of like a bundle thing, and that's like a little side thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Get like a
So
little thumb drive in the shape of a chainsaw.
yeah, yeah, shit like that. That'd be dope. I like it. Yeah, for real. But yeah, I mean, I was gonna start repressing all my shit no matter what it was, no matter what label it was released on. But then I'm like, nah, like, because the shit does kind of pick up momentum and sales do getting higher and higher. You're gonna encounter a lot of bullshit, man. So just
Right.
that. I mean, I don't want to deal with all that bullshit. So just keep putting on new shit. Fuck it. Got
So
a lot. I'm just waiting on one collab, and then that shit's done. I mean, fuck.
you and your wife, y'all are both artists, and y'all both rap, but y'all have yet to do a CD together. Why?
Yeah, I don't know. We talk about it all the time, but then we're like, nah, it'll happen eventually. But I think it just got to be the right time because I know when we do it, it's gonna just fucking shit on everything. It's gonna be like I just think when we do it, it's got to be the right time because it would have so much potential. All the collabs that we do and shit like that, they're always hits on the album. So I know if we actually sat down from start to finish and worked on an album rather than just track here, track there, it, fuck, I'm scared for a lot of people when that happens because that's going to be some groundbreaking shit, man. But she can sing.
Honest, yeah, she can.
He can fucking sing. Let me tell you. And if we did a group album, yeah, I'd be using a lot of that to my advantage and her advantage for sure. So, I mean,
I mean, y'all definitely do go good together. The way that her melody and the way it kind of blends with your voice.
absolutely. Yeah, fuck, bro. And like those tracks, we can sit here and write tracks all the time for our albums and shit like that, and it takes us a little longer. But when we do like our collab tracks, it's done like boom. Because you vibe with that shit. You're both listening to the beat, you're getting into it. It's like, oh, we can have that track done, recorded, written, done within like a couple hours. So I think, but that's why they blend a little better because I don't think there was any gap of time, in between doing the verses and shit like that.
Right. It's probably always better to do them when y'all are like in close vicinity to the person doing the track with than
Yeah,
doing it like over states and going, okay, I recorded this verse, now it's your turn. Or I recorded this part, now it's your turn to add on to that. And then 2 bars later, you get another part and you got to add on to that and all that.
yeah. No, it's great when we do our collabs because like most of our tracks that we have done didn't sound anything like they came out when we first did the first takes on them. But then it's like she has such a singing ability to her, like, I'll have okay, add this here, add that here. Like you were saying, that would suck to have to send it to somebody and then fucking explain what you want, wait for it. With her, it just takes like a second. Okay, just right here. Okay. Sing right there. Boom, and it's done in like 2 seconds. And you don't have to be lazy because you don't want to wait for it, you know. If she
Right.
just it's dope. It's dope. Yeah, recording in person is a lot better. That's just like the LeVay Class and Bloodshot tracks that came out. Like fuck, dude. Those were so fun to fucking record. Holy shit.
Yeah, I remember that one that LeVay put out not too long ago that he found that was done over at his house on the way to the gathering.
Yeah, the it's either I'ma get them or
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
get
it's
him.
yeah, that one's dope. Fuck, bro. That was such good times. Oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, fuck, but in all honesty, like other than that session right there or the sessions with me and Smalls or what I used to do with SKR, every other collab other than Concrete and like Slaughter Camp, you don't do them in person with each other. And I think that's a lot with a lot of people, except like LSP. You know, they're all in Denver for the most part, but
Right.
it's fucking it's fun. It's a lot. It's a different experience. Those collabs, man. But
That was actually my first time being in someone recording while they were recording in any type of studio, period.
yeah, yeah, that shit was fucking crazy.
So
That
I think about the first hour I was in on enjoying it while I was getting high with everybody. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to just lay down and go to sleep. I got a long drive tomorrow.
oh, that was a long fucking drive. Oh my
In a
god, bro.
small ass car.
Dude, if we could have recorded that trip, I think everything happened between like Concrete acting like National Lampoons, fucking breaking everything. That shit was fuck, man. Whew. I don't know how we did it, bro.
Dude,
Shit.
I don't know how we lived through it. I hadn't been to one since.
Right? I think part of me is still there, bro. Fuck, dude. Like part of my feet. I think like the bottom layer of my feet are like somewhere over there, man.
Oh my
Shit.
God, we walked so much that
No.
weekend.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, that hurt, bro. Remember having to use the chair to walk around?
Yeah, every step was ow, ow, ow.
Yeah. Acid is one hell of a drug, man. Shit. Well, because we took like I can't remember how many hits because the first batch we thought it wasn't gonna work. So
Well,
then we
let's just
take
take this. We don't know how many hits we took that worked.
oh shit. Yeah. Fuck, bro, that was crazy. I think we got it from 3 different people, right? We were like, fuck it.
We went to one person, it was fake. Went to another person, we thought it was fake. Then we ended up with tie dyed. Yeah, 3 people.
Yeah, tie-dye, that's definitely not fake.
Definitely.
Fuck, I remember watching fucking what's their name, the Wolf Pack.
Yeah.
We were oh man.
Dude, I
We were
don't
that
even remember watching the Wolf Pack.
bro, that's when we were like peaking, bro. Oh, shit. I lost you for a second. I like fuck, you know, you can't lose whoever you drop with, you can't lose them, man, or like your whole trip starts going bad. So I think
Right.
I was chilling on a pool watching Wolfpack and I didn't see you nowhere, bro. So I just started tripping, man. I think I finally found you, but whew, bro,
Oh
yeah,
man. That
wow,
yeah, that was a long, long night. It was a fun night,
wow.
definitely. And I have a feeling something like that's going to happen in 2022 because me and my son have decided that we're going to the gathering 2022.
Oh shit, fuck,
Yep.
man.
Me and my wife, who's never been to anything Juggalo related yet, except
Yeah,
for that one, the couple of shows that we've been to for the
yeah,
for with McNasty and LeVay,
yeah.
and then my son, who's never been to one, and then he's taking his girl, who's don't really know anything about that.
Fuck, bro, y'all gonna have fun. Shit, I don't even know if I can handle a gathering, man. Fuck.
I'm getting an RV.
Yeah, fuck. Oh my god,
One, I'm not doing a small car thing ever again.
no. Oh god. Oh shit, man. I remember that concrete in the back seat. We had to stop. What was it, like every 30 minutes?
Dude,
You
so
know?
much.
Fuck.
Especially on the way home. Because we
Oh,
were all beaten down, tired.
oh, that was the worst. I was so tired. I slept on that dirty ass fucking hotel floor, bro. I'll forever remember that. I didn't care. I was
Dude,
fucking
same
tired.
here. I was like, I don't care where we stop. We just got to fucking stop.
Yeah.
It could be, I don't even remember what it looked like. I don't remember checking in. I just remember hitting the bed and going to bed.
Yep, that
Passing
was
out.
it. That was it. Fucking it. I knew I had to pass out before concrete did. Because if you don't fall asleep before him, it takes you a while, if you know what I mean. I love that guy, man. Fuck. Oh, shit.
So what was it like getting back on stage to perform again?
Fuck, in Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking. It was a little scary at first. You know, it'd been a while. Like, fucking, I knew I was going to fuck up a lot of my shit, but when you get up there doing Horrorcrunk shit, you fuck up your shit a lot. Rather you've been doing it last week or the week before or not. I was a little nervous, bro. I was a little nervous, but it was fun as fuck. Once like it started kicking in, like, okay, this really happening. Seeing concrete again up there, seeing all the riffraff and shit like that out in the audience. Fuck, bro. It was like it never even left my body. It was so fucking fun. Shit.
What was your thought when you got the offer?
Oh, fuck yeah. I didn't even hesitate. I just had to make sure everything was clear over here in the home, and then fuck yeah, man. Shit. Hell yeah. Fucking in that place that we performed in was pretty badass. I mean, it was
Dude,
pretty
I
bad.
was surprised by that place. That place was huge and sounded amazing.
Yeah, exactly. That place was fucking dope. I wasn't expecting it to be that nice. So, like, from the outside, when I pulled up, it's almost like a Mary Poppins purse, because from the outside, when you pull up, it doesn't look like it's going to be that big inside. And then you fucking go inside and you step into that shit. It's like, whoa, okay, okay. Fuck. It's dope.
Right. I think they said that used to be like a movie theater,
Yeah, I could see that.
and that's
I,
why it was so tall.
yeah, I could 100% see that.
Yeah.
That would make sense too. Like the concessions when you walk in.
Yeah.
Everybody's running, everybody's scared. There's no escape from the demons in the lair. No one surviving, welcome to the shining. So many locked doors, everyone is hiding. Red rum, motherfucker. Red rum, motherfucker. Red rum, motherfucker. Red rum. Dragging this axe, your bitch.
Back to the business. Let's see. Like I said, family life, man. Shit.
It happens. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if it wasn't, my son actually lives in Houston now, so I've got to go out there in July for his birthday.
Oh shit.
So I've got to, I'm getting him, his favorite band is Metallica. So I'm
Yeah.
getting, for his 21st birthday, I'm getting a bottle of the Metallica whiskey.
There's Metallica whiskey.
Yeah, it's called Blackened.
Oh shit. That's gotta be good. That'll make you jam out.
Supposedly it's done with black noise,
Oh shit.
which is like a playlist on repeat when it's being distilled in the barrels. They're playing certain Metallica songs on repeat, just over and over, just blaring the shit out of it.
Dude, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's a great idea.
And usually each batch has a list of which songs was on there. They've got the Black Album one, which is the one I'm going to try to get them.
Yeah.
And then they've got the Symphony in Metallica 2, and then the regular bottle. I'm going to try to get them the Black Album one.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Fuck. No, so they fucking make it with the music blaring, and then yeah, shit. He's
No,
gonna.
it's made like I think when they say distill, I think that's when it's just sitting there in the
Yeah.
barrels, aging or whatnot.
Okay. Shit. Fuck. Wonder what some Horrorcrunk whiskey would taste like. No, it would have to be like gin, like the gin.
The gin,
The
some
gin,
Bloodshot Horrorcrunk gin.
gin or vodka. I mean, fuck. I had my whiskey days. I can't do the whiskey no more. Too.
Black Rose vodka. That actually does sound like a brand.
Right? Shit. Fuck.
Have the bottle with a black rose glass topper.
Boom. Yep. Fuck. Shit. Patent it. Boom.
There we go. Moneymaker. Let's make some vodka.
Fuck, bro. I would drink it all, I think. I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Shit. All the bottles would come empty and shit. Like fill it up yourself.
Dude, man, it's funny. You know how much I used to drink. I can't even drink nowhere near that much anymore.
Oh, none of that fucking green Kool-Aid or nothing anymore.
No,
Shit.
man. After a few, I guess I'm not having fun while I'm drinking anymore or what, but after a while I start getting a headache. I'm like, no, this is
Yeah, well, plus it's like just puts you to sleep. Back
yeah.
then, what it was, you drink, you got like energy and shit like that. Now you drink and you're just like, hey, sleep
I'm
sounds
old.
good. Yeah,
Like
I'll
I'm
do it.
old.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, but I'll do it tomorrow. Fuck, So then, fuck. It's not very motivating anymore. Like fucking, if you drink and try to record or write these days, it's not like it used to be, man. Fuck.
No.
So, turns out like shit. So,
Yeah. That's why I usually just like smoking.
yeah. Yeah, smoking, fuck. Smoking doesn't fade me one bit. Shit.
Like I can smoke and I'll just get into my typing and I'll just end up writing and I'll be like hours have passed. I'm just like
It's not legal there yet, is it?
hell no.
It's just there. We talked about this.
I don't even think if the governor that we have now, he's never probably gonna let it get legal. Unless the like government, I think LeVay posted a thing the other day about the House Senate or something, Senate a bill to decriminalize marijuana. Unless something like that happens, our governor ain't never doing it.
No, probably not. Same with Idaho, man. Shit. I was surprised they legalized it here. So shit. It's fun.
Did I hear correctly that in Oregon they decriminalized all drugs?
Yeah, bro. Even like meth, crack, heroin, everything.
What the fuck is the thought behind that?
So they can make them, instead of like throwing them in prison and shit like that, they try to rehabilitate them. So whatever the fuck, how that's cheaper, or I don't get it.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, they're giving them just the same drug, but in fucking pill form, and who's paying for all that shit, man? Like, I don't understand. Fuck.
I can understand some things, but not stuff that's like got to be chemically made.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not sure like about dealing it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can't do all the shit. But I think like rather possessing it, like your personal amount and shit like that. I don't think you go to jail or anything, man.
Well, I wasn't talking about dealing either. I'm just talking about like I can see like weed and mushrooms being legal more than I can meth and heroin.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because those are natural and the other shit's gross.
Yeah, you gotta. That's what I was talking about. Like chemicals, those are chemically made. You have to put shit together to get that shit.
Yeah, no, and by decriminalizing it, fuck, dude, there's gonna be meth labs blowing up left and right. They gotta be up there. I mean, shit.
Yeah, that was like I've been around a meth lab explosion. Okay,
right?
So I don't know if you met Three Ring or Sean or whoever. A lot of people know him by, but he was the one that helped put all the Dallas Juggalos stuff together.
Huh.
And I was living with him for a little while, and him and his girlfriend at the time were in his room, and I was in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden something boomed and then shook our house we were living in.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
was like miles, like about 2 miles away from us. Dude, it blew up 3 houses.
Yeah, fuck. That shit'll fuck shit up. So I don't know what Oregon's thinking, bro. Like, it's just gonna influence people to be doing that shit.
Exactly.
That's gotta be scary.
I mean, I get the whole weed out the dumb people. The dumb people weed themselves out. I get it.
Yeah.
But don't blow other people up with it.
Yeah. Fuck, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't understand. Like, it's a crazy fucking world, bro. I never would have thought that would ever happen in any fucking state. Maybe other countries and shit, but not fucking here. That's weird.
Shit. Exactly. I mean, especially from what was being said growing up when we were growing up.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean, I don't know about you, but down here they used to have like officers come to our school with like cases, and it'd have like samples of the drugs it would be, and they'd have them labeled and like, see, this is what it looks like. Stay away from this stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fuck, bro. Not nowadays. Now they're like, fuck, dude. It's a crazy world, bro. And there's a lot more kids getting heavier and heavier. They all do harder drugs more than smoke weed nowadays, which is scary. And you can tell by the way they walk around. I mean, this new age is crazy. They're high as fuck.
Bath salts? What the fuck? Really? Come on now.
Fuck, bro. Bath salts. What was that European drug? Crocodile?
What?
I'm so glad that never made it over here. I think it did.
My God, I don't think I ever heard of that.
Oh God, just look it up when we're done. Just do videos, Google crocodile, bro. I don't even know. Wow.
That sounds like a Crocodile Dundee spinoff.
Yeah, bro, it's nasty. They could put a bunch of shit together that gets you high, but fucking eats you from the inside out. So these people that do it, their flesh, it look like real life zombies, bro. Oh, like their flesh just peeling off and fucking holes in their arms and shit like that. It's gross.
Fuck that. See,
it didn't last that long, but I remember that. That shit was gross. That was like maybe 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
I mean, and I probably won't, but I probably should.
I've never seen no drug deteriorate somebody as quick as that shit did. I'm hoping everybody learned their lesson and it stopped, but yeah, for a minute they were fuck that. They just injected.
I'm sure they did, because I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it till this conversation, so I'm pretty sure it's gone. But yeah, and they would shoot the shit up, which was even like, fuck.
Dude, I can't fucking stand needles, like, period.
Right?
But I love tattoos, and people are always like, well, what's the difference? There's a whole big difference.
Somebody else is fucking sticking something this long in your arm or whatever the fuck, and pushing shit in. Fuck that.
Exactly. Instead of 1,000 little jabs.
Yeah.
You know, barely breaking layers of skin.
It's just an uncomfortable feeling. It doesn't hurt. It's just one of those uncomfortable ass feelings that you just, ugh, goddamn.
It took me forever to figure out that it was just an uncomfortable feeling, because like when I was a kid, I was at the hospital one time, and it literally took 5 doctors to hold me down to give me a shot.
A shot in you? They're like, fuck it, turn them over.
I was like, no, I'm not getting a shot. And then now I just can't even look. I just got to just turn away and just like, okay, get it done. I can't watch it go in.
Nah, I hate that sharp pain. That it's not a pain, like I said, it's like a sharp, annoying fucking.
It's like once it's in, you feel it in. You don't feel it go in. You just feel it in.
Yeah. It's uncomfortable. Yeah, that's a torturing device right there, bro. Fuck, shit. There needs to be a horror movie with some guy that just sticks people with fucking needles, like a phobia. Find people with phobia of needles and just fucking. Probably been done. Shit, fuck, everything's been done.
Probably. I'll cut this out, but I thought of a horror movie today. It's like not really a horror movie, but like a horror short.
Ah, that's dope. Very doable too, man. Hell yeah.
I
That's
mean,
sick.
very doable. I can do that in this apartment right here.
Yeah, that's sick, bro. Yeah, fucking that's what it's all about, man. Is the idea behind shit. That's what you gotta get creative. Fuck. No one's creative anymore, man. They're just like dance around, bro. Look scary. Nothing like fuck.
That's one thing that kind of turned me off of horror is that the way them not being scary.
Yeah.
It's they try to just do too many jump scares.
Yeah.
Give you real actual make you think horror.
Yeah. No, way too many jump scares. Fuck, dude. It's like I kind of like saw the first one was cool. Then fucking Jesus Christ. I like the techniques of the killings in the rest of them, but fucking way too many like fucking like fuck. I want to relax a little bit while I'm watching a movie and kind of enjoy the story rather than fucking having a fucking heart attack every 2 seconds. I mean,
right.
If I want
to getting to where you can even tell when the jump scares are coming by the soundtracks.
Yeah, the music starts to get building up. Here we go. Fucking Jesus Christ. You still jump though, even though you're like, yeah, it's coming. Fuck, here we go. But back in the day when there was jump scares, you had no idea they were fucking coming, man. Like, just no fucking idea. That's what I like. That shit.
Like the Jason, it'd be like that mellow beat, then all of a sudden, wah!
Yeah. Don't even give you time to think. Like, oh shit, here it's coming up. Like, fuck. Yeah, I love those old school shits. The only one I cannot stand was fucking Leprechaun, bro. I'm sorry, I had to say that because, but I enjoyed it. It's funny as fuck, but I don't know. I'm trying to think of what movies came out around that time where they churned it that far. Like, was that at the same time as like Goalies and shit like that? I can't
Ghoulies?
think.
No, I think Ghoulies was way before then.
So that was way before. I'm trying to think. I mean, it was a great movie, but it wasn't like shit. That's when comedy. That's like the Tales from the Dark Side, not the Tales from the Dark Side.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah, Tales from the Hood was coming out, and everything was starting to get way more comedy edge to it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I think even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie that came out during that era was like pure just comedy too. So I think the horror direction during that time was like the fucking people are starting to laugh, you know.
That's what they were trying to do with part 2, with Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. There were some comedy elements into it.
Yeah. You need to watch I think it's called The Next Generation. You need, well, don't watch it. Just clip it every now and then. But fucking, you'll see what I'm saying. Like number 2 is hilarious. This, I don't know how to explain it, but the whole like feel of it was like those movies, like Leprechaun and the shit like that. Tales from the Hood.
I like Leprechaun 1 and I like Leprechaun 4. I like Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh yeah, the entertaining shit.
Yeah.
When I went into watching the movie, I thought it was gonna be like fucking scary as shit, but it was like, so that's probably what shocked me the most. But I love the fucking lawnmower scene. I'll forever remember that shit. But it's a good movie though.
The one movie that I'll always like sear in my mind is Maximum Overdrive.
Oh yeah, that was brilliant, bro.
Just the way all the machines came alive and just started murdering people. And some of them are like, "Oh my god, it's a lawnmower coming after me." Bitch, flip it over.
Yeah. Like the fucking, what was that? Wasn't there like a hair dryer that came alive and like strangled the fucking girl? Like, yeah.
Right? Unplug it. It can't
Yeah.
get no power. It's a hand dryer. Pull it away.
Oh shit, bro. Yeah, that fucking movie. Oh,
So
yeah.
plug time. What do you got what do you got to plug?
Right? Oh, for my shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we were talking about the hair dryer plugged in.
No, what do you got to plug?
Yeah, just the new shirts, bro. The storefrontier.com. Bloodshot Horrorcrunk. Just type in Bloodshot Horrorcrunk Store Frontier, those new shirts. I'm not really trying to reveal the catalog too much so it's bigger, but those who know. So if you're watching this, like bloodshothorrorcrunk.bandcamp.com and then the Store Frontier / Bloodshot Horrorcrunk. The new album, The Lost Portal's coming out. It's got C to 6, Smalls One, Ice Pick Willie. No one really else. I'm trying to keep my features minimal. Other than that, Return to Camp Horror, the LaVey and Bloodshot, God Still Ain't Listening album's coming. Fucking Planet Nothing shit's coming. We're experimenting a lot right now at the moment as far as like music wise before we decide exactly what we're gonna put out after the Lost Portal. But Concrete's working on something too. So I just want to plug Planet Nothing Productions. I mean,
So is God Ain't Listening 2 coming out, or is finally God Ain't Listening actually coming out?
no, it's God Still Ain't Listening. So it's gonna be a part 2
Okay.
to the God Ain't. So like an updated, we already got fucking Shy killed the cover, bro. Oh shit. Fuck. I want to release the cover so bad I got away. Shit. And like I released a Return to Camp Horror cover. And God, I was blown away by that one. But when LaVey and Shy showed me the God Still Ain't Listening cover, fuck. I don't even think Shy one is human, bro.
Dude, he's got so much fucking talent. It's being wasted.
Dude, I did not see how that guy is human fucking being. That Helen shit, fuck, dude. That was one of the dopest videos I have seen in a long, long fucking time. And I can't believe it just got slept on like it did. I mean, yeah, the viewers and shit like that, but something like that should be like, fuck, you could just, the song itself, you can feel how much like passion and love was put into it. And the video, the creativity, all that shit was just fucking amazing. You know, we seen it on the big screen when it came out at that show, the premiere of it. And fucking, dude, something like that should have millions of views by now. I don't care who you are. No, I have never seen no shit like that.
Dude,
Never.
I love that fucking song.
Bro, hell, he's the only one that could have pulled that shit off too. That's what I love about his shit. His shit, no one else could try to do or replicate, duplicate anything that he fucking does. It just ain't gonna happen.
And anybody that actually sees him live is forever a fan.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, bro.
Like we play Fortnite, me and my wife. My son actually got us into it. The funny because I used to make fun of people playing it. Now I'm one of those people I was making fun of. But there's this part that in the part where they're at now, where it's a rabbit and it's got like this. It really does sound like Shy One made this beat.
No shit.
Yeah, and she's like, "This reminds me of Shy One." I was like, "Well, the beat kind of sounds like Shy One, but the guy singing doesn't." But I can see Shy One doing that song.
Yeah, for real. Like a remake or something, cover something.
Yeah, because it's like, what's my name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it right there.
With like a Shy One beat. I'm like, dude, yeah, that kind of, I can see that being Shy.
That is fucking, dude's amazing, bro. Jeez, always has been.
And the skills he's got with the designing.
He's got it on, bro. He don't have to, fuck, I mean, I gotta find somebody to do my art. I gotta find somebody to do my beats. Gotta find somebody to do fucking this, that, that. That guy, he's just like, I'm just gonna create an album and put it out, all me. It's like shit, he knows how to mix and master his shit. Like, whew. Yeah, that motherfucker puts in work. Shit.
Right. Shit, I'm still learning. I mean, most of my stuff that I want to do, I kind of have to do myself. You know, there's nobody else that can do it.
For
You
real.
know,
Yeah.
the only way I can is if I get like a whole team of people doing it.
Yeah. Fuck. That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying.
because I don't have a camera, so I'd have to get someone that has a camera or get a camera. You know,
Yeah.
and
Fuck.
then if certain things, I need people to hold the camera, be in a certain areas. You know, so I need an actual team. It's
Yeah.
harder for just one person to just do it.
100%, man. And a lot of people do. They start their thing out there like they got this, I got this, just me, I'll do this. Then you start realizing the team is where it's at, man. Like fuck. So much weight gets lifted off your shoulders. Like that,
Right.
I do miss. That's one reason I do miss being on a label that used to take care of my shit. But fuck, because now that I'm not, oh, you feel that, bro. Like shit, just to put out a flyer to let somebody know a single came out, or you come out with a flyer, oh, geez, this shit's coming, but then you have to put out another flyer once it's dropped. So for each thing that you're trying to put out, you gotta have two each, and then boom, people get bored of that once you gotta come out with a third one, and I'm trying to keep up, and I'm like, damn, bro. It's all
I know exactly how you feel because I'm not really the social media type person, but yet I have to be because of the podcast, me trying to be director and editor. I've got to get into it. It's hard for me to actually get into it.
it is. It is. Like that's why like when I release shit, it's just on Facebook because I'm like, okay, what now? All these other people are like blowing up Instagram, all that shit, Twitter, TikTok. Me, I post on Facebook, Instagram every now and then, and I'm just like, all right, what now? Because I'm not used to doing it on my own. I'm just like, yeah, refresh, seeing how many likes are coming in, which is probably doing more
Right.
damage than good. I heard that if you keep refreshing like your whatever your thing that you posted, and you keep refreshing to see your likes, that they kind of limit it towards other people because it's kind of counting how many people are seeing your post. So fucking,
Huh, I never thought of that.
and I've tried that before. I posted something and didn't look at it for a while, and yeah, compared to when I kept looking at it or kept commenting on it back to back, yeah, you could tell there is a limited reach because it's kind of counting how many times it's being looked at. So it's fucking crazy.
Hmm.
One thing, but other than that,
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
yeah, because fuck, they only have what? Yeah, they like to limit reach and shit like that. So they're probably like, okay, boom, that many people seen it, done. So, but other than that, fuck, I don't really even. I post something on Instagram, but I don't really reply or nothing to anything in there. But like you said, I just need to get more social, I guess. But then I'm kind of am I going to start being an annoying guy? Like people are going to see me posting everywhere or replying, commenting, just pretty much like spamming is what we used to call it. The spam
Right.
back in the day, but it never made sense. It's like, what do you mean spamming? I got to get somebody to listen to it somehow. Got to get people to know that it exists. So I was always confused with how spamming works. So that's why I guess I never really got into like heavy fucking dropping my links everywhere every time somebody posts shit like that. I mean,
Yeah, it's hard for me. I kind of got a somewhat idea of it, but I know I don't have it down.
yeah. I mean, I write lists. I'm like, I'm going to open a Twitter, every single thing that's out there, but then I just never get around to it. I'm like, fuck it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitch because we started doing Twitch with the Fortnite game playing, so we're doing that live. And here soon we're going to be starting like Fortnite, Madison Family Fortnite Friday MF3.
Nice.
And it's going to be like me, my wife, and my son when he can get on.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like every Friday night.
Oh, that's dope. Shit.
But and every now and then I'll throw up the podcast that I do. I'll throw that up on there. And, you know,
yeah,
I get a couple of views on it, but I don't get much. I mean, I don't even know what to say on Twitch.
Well,
I like get to playing the game, and I'm just like playing the game. I forget that I'm even I'm online.
That's true. Yeah, you got to be talking pretty much everything you're doing. My daughter watches those nonstop, bro. God, she loves all that commentary.
I never thought back in my day our kids would get off on watching other people play games.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
I used to get, and you know, when you Mario Kart, after you finish the round, it would show you like going around. I used to get bored watching that shit when I was
right.
You know, so.
I'm like, okay, I want to play.
Yeah, I want to play now.
You can play. I get that. My turn.
Shit, but yeah, man, fuck, it's good to catch up and shit like that. But
right. So one more question.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to promote Planet Nothing. What is Planet Nothing for the people that don't know?
Fuck, close-knitted people. It's not like a record label where we're out there scouting everybody and being, oh, we need to drop albums, everybody. It's basically 4 people right now. You, Concrete, LeVay, and me. And we do shit on our own time. We don't try to pressure any deadlines. We don't put any pressure on anything. We take our time so shit is done right. I mean, we're Planet Nothing, so there's going to be a lot of shit cracking. But as far as like signing people, they've got to be some pretty badass people and trustworthy. It's hard to find them. That's why there's only 4 of us right now. But fuck, dude, we were gonna just start doing music, and then we started reaching out and figured let's tap into like the podcast thing. It's huge now. Everybody's doing podcasts and doing their own little thing. So
especially since 2020 happened, I mean, fuck. Everybody was like, "What can I do?"
Yeah,
podcast.
Yeah,
I was like, "Yay! Now I may be able to get more people to get on a podcast." No,
right?
Everybody's still like, who are you?
Right. It's hard, man. It's fucking hard.
I'm like, I'm the redheaded stepchild.
They're like, cool. What do you want to talk about, buddy? Shit.
Sure. Give me a date and I'll be there. Lose the sky.
Oh, shit. Pretty much in a nutshell, I don't even know what we are yet. We're just Planet Nothing Productions. Fuck. LeVay has been doing it for a while. I think it was mostly for beats and shit lately. And then, fuck, we just started talking like a year ago, and I'm like, fucking, I ain't doing nothing. What are you doing? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be putting out a bunch of shit. How about I put the Planet Nothing on there? And well, I mean, I'm not gonna be signing anywhere else. This is it for me. I mean, it's not even a signing, it's a family. You don't gotta sign no paperwork or fucking cut up any cuts of money or anything there, or he gets 50%, I get. It's just we do our own thing, and that's that. There ain't no complications to it. It's a fucking what I've always wanted to do. It's kind of what I started with SCE. It's exactly how SCE started, except Slaughtercore started getting too complicated. I mean, way too complicated. When you try to get a co-owner, that's when it all just starts going.
Right.
Because then it's fucking money, and then if someone ain't pulling money and this and that, like, boom, if Concrete doesn't sell anything, I ain't mad at them. You know, that just means we got to work harder. But like with Slaughtercore and having a co-owner, if someone ain't selling right, then you got to drive them and like kind of get on their ass and shit like that, because we had to make a lot more money than like any normal underground label that's doing it, because we had Unearthed Films on top of us, which is that Stephen Byro's doing huge with Unearthed right now, but he created Unearthed Music back in the day, which was going to get us like pure wide nationwide distribution. shots at landing, like music and horror movies, all sorts of shit like that. So he was taking a big cut, fucking everything, man. So by the time it got to us, fuck, there was nothing left but crumbs. I mean, shit. I still haven't seen any money. I don't think Cap's seen any money out of SCE. So, yeah, when you start trying to go bigger than you really can, it's better to keep it like how we're doing it right now. I mean, shit. Because I ain't ever gonna make that mistake. If someone says they're gonna make me huge and sell thousands of copies of my albums, fine, give me the money first. You know, but
right.
Unearthed was good. It wasn't his fault that we weren't selling as much as we should be. He did everything he could. You know, we knew how much we were going to have to pay him out of the cuts. We knew all that. It just gave us drive that we had to move faster. And eventually, SCE just fell apart. I mean, fuck. That was it. There was nothing. Cap came back just to be a businessman, and you know, he always loved making music too, but Cap's always been a lot about music, like business, like money. Like, I'm doing this to make some money and fans. You know, we have families. We could pay them by doing this shit. Like, listen, if we work hard, we don't even got to go to our day jobs. You know, that's how Cap's always been, rather than me like, make money, make I don't really care. I like to make the music. So when I got Cap on board, that was like a big ass fire under our ass, because we had Unearthed music with Cardiac, but then Cardiac, we kind of split ways, and that's when Cap came in, and Cap was like, okay, you have Unearthed music in charge of all your shit. Well, here I am. I'm the big bad fucking badass wolf like Cap is. I'm gonna set shit right, and boom. So we did start making money once Cap came on. But, you know, he pushed us hard, and eventually it was like, all right, that's that. And I kind of lost motivation, and that's when I quit for a while. So that's how that happened.
I said one more question, but I just thought of one more that I've been wanting to ask, and I almost completely forgot about it. It has to do with Fangoria.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so I heard the people that bought it out, that were out, based out of here, they were... I'm not saying this was the truth or this is what happened with you with the Fangoria music, but the people that were owning it and taking care of it out in the Dallas area, they were kind of pricks and were kind of using it as okay, this is the dump fund, pretty much.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know too much about the ends on like it, but all I know is April Bedham and Cardiac were given the opportunity to run the Fangoria music label. That's the only thing I know. As far as like Fangoria itself, I don't fucking know. Fangoria music was supposed to be some huge shit, but I just, Fangoria really didn't push it hard enough. It was kind of like, oh, cool, we got a music label over here. It could have been something huge, but
right. So it was something that just kind of fell off.
Yeah, they kind of put it up in April's hands to take care of everything. When, in my opinion, when you're a name like Fangoria, you need to be pushing that fucking label hard just as much as your magazine, because I can only imagine how many metal bands didn't even know there was a Fangoria music, but was a Fangoria fan, you know, like how many opportunities artists they could have signed. Instead, they were just like, here we go, you take care of it. From my saying, they didn't really even have too much say in what was going on in the music shit. So,
see, yeah, I heard that like the people that had bought it and was taking care of it out here, I didn't even know they were going to even do a music until you announced it.
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, dude, if anybody who can do horror music is going to be Fangoria. This is going to be probably a big label.
Me too.
And then it's like just fizzled away.
Yep, that's exactly what I thought and exactly why I jumped on that shit. I'm a huge Fangoria fan. And to be on the music label, I was like, that was my dream come true, bro. Like, fuck. And then I faded.
Dude, I remember looking at Jason and Freddie stuff in the Fangorias back in the day, going like,
oh, yeah. Yep. And
seeing how they make the horror behind the scenes and all that.
Yep.
That was probably my first behind the scenes look at stuff.
Yeah, that
was in the Fangoria magazines.
Yeah, and then you see the musicians in there and all sorts of shit. My dream when I first started doing horrorcore music was to be in Fangoria. That was like a huge goal of mine. Was like, I need to get in these fucking horror magazines. And fucking years down the road for them to offer me a spot on the label, I was like, you're fucking shitting me, because I've been through fucking Writers Records. I've been with Riff Raff, SKR, then started my own slaughtercore thing, and then I'm like, all that shit when they offered me that was like, oh, all those 4 labels that I've been through, all the hardship of all that shit finally paid off. Fuck yeah, here I am, Fangoria. This is where I'm gonna stay. But it wasn't moving fast enough, bro. It was not moving fast enough. It didn't increase any fan base of mine. It didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. I mean, yeah, we had ad placements and stuff within their digital magazines, but it wasn't like what I thought, because that's the main reason I came back. After SCA, I quit, and then Fangoria opportunity came up. I was like, this is it. Fuck yeah, I'll come back. And it wasn't happening fast enough. I stopped that, and that's when I just stopped again, fucking completely. Shit. So,
okay.
Like, fuck. Yeah, pretty much Bloodshot in a nutshell, man.
Well, Bloodshot in a nutshell. Thanks for giving us your time.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man, bro. Hell yeah.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too.
I appreciate it, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
We'll see you later, bro.
Planet Nothing Productions.